The Zone is the home of boxing, with over 150 live fights a year.
It's over! There's no way back from this, surely!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
How do you like it? How do you like it?
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
That is what sport means. That is what the EuroLeague trophy means.
Are you not entertained?
I'm not supposed to be cheering, but this is X Series. I can do whatever I want.
Everything is difficult in this life, so still you need to be on it.
It all comes down to tonight. Don't miss the biggest night in MMA. PFL is more than a fight.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Looking to the end zone for the win! Oh my gosh, one of the great games you'll ever see.
The competition is back, and the UEFA Women's Champions League looks set to be bigger and better than ever before.
It's their time, a night to remember.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by that prize guy.
Every time I died, wow, they just printed me out again. And everyone asks, what's it feel like to die?
Our survival is in the balance.
I got a job to do.
Mickey 17.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by that prize guy. The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
A boxing fight week without a little bit of drama. We have some in the lightweight title fight featuring Shakur Stevenson and Floyd Schofield. Floyd Schofield withdrawing from this fight, citing an illness. The timeline as we know it is that on Tuesday, Floyd wasn't feeling well. He went to the hospital to get checked out. He missed the grand arrivals here on Tuesday on this stage. And on Wednesday morning, it was decided that he could not go through with this fight. Sergio, your reaction to Floyd Schofield's withdrawal?
Well, I'm up in the air because what was the actual prognosis? Was it dehydration? Was it exhaustion? Was it injury? Was it food poisoning like his father said? We don't know. That's what's concerning here. That's why everyone's really picking holes in his stories. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. He's 22 years old. We know that he was the biggest underdog out of every big name on this list. He was the one that was least expected to win. So maybe it was the prognosis was cold feet. That's what a lot of fighters think. We don't know. All right, so all we do know is we hope he rests up, he comes back, and he gets another opportunity because he's a young kid with a bright future.
Yeah, look, if you're sick and you can't go through with the fight, that happens. I do think it's a bad look by Floyd Schofield's team to be throwing out all the accusations that he was throwing out over the last 24 hours with no real proof ultimately behind it. He did start to backtrack on that earlier today as well. We still will have a fight, a 135-pound title fight. Now, I can confirm that Sergio did not throw his name into the mix to be the replacement. Couldn't make it to 135, but Josh Padley can. He is getting down to 135 just a few days before this fight. He is top 15 ranked by the WBC. What do you think of Josh Padley's chances coming in on short notice?
Hey, credit to Josh Padley for taking this fight. So yes, he is undefeated. He's a tricky fighter. I mean, he has good hand speed, good foot speed. He's coming off a win against a southpaw. Shakur's a southpaw. That's a good look. So you could take some positives here. This is a big moment for him, a huge moment to be the 3-division world champion. Sometimes greatness can happen. Who knows?
What do you think about the adjustment that Shakur Stevenson is going to have to make? He had spent weeks preparing for Floyd Schofield. Now he gets Josh Padley.
Whenever you got a great boxer like Shakur Stevenson, who's been through the Olympics, who's been through multi-divisions, beaten some of the best fighters in the world, Padley's not going to be an issue. Padley is not going to be an issue. But the problem is, adjusting. You know, so that might take some rounds, but he's still going to get the job done.
Well, we don't get Stevenson Mora. That's sad. But we do get Stevenson Padley for the 135-pound title. Guys, we'll throw it back up to you.
You know, in a world where big Riyadh season cards happen, pullouts happen, if you're a fighter, it's the idea, this is the perfect time to stay ready, don't get ready. Yeah. And I guess if you're Josh Padley, you're a guy that's always in the gym, you're staying ready, because as soon as Chris Mannix said 135 pounds, I kind of gave you guys the look like, how is he going to make 135 pounds? I almost thought this would be 140 non-title fight, 135 pounds.
It's going to be difficult whatever weight he was, but not everybody walks around the
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the public media workout for the last Crescendo, a great night of World Championship Boxing to be held this Saturday from A&B Arena in Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We would first like to thank the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, and His Excellency, Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, Turkey Al-Sheikh. This great event is being brought to you by Riyadh Season and the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, with Frank Warren for Queensberry Promotions, Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, Bob Aram for Top Rank Incorporated, Gold Star Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions, Boxer, World of Boxing, Warriors Boxing, and Sella. Along with their great sponsors: Saudi Tourism Authority, Saudi National Bank, STC, Dr. Suleiman El Habib Medical Group, Saudi Airlines, New Muraba Development Company, Tauniya Hunger Station, Lucid Motors, and Al Tanfidi. A big thanks to those great sponsors. It will be shown worldwide and in the UK on DAZN, and also in the UK on TNT Sports Box Office and Sky Sports Box Office. And now, boxing fans, let's get the workouts started. Our first two fighters competing this Saturday in a scheduled 6-round super featherweight contest. First, we will welcome, undefeated with 2 victories, he hails from right here, Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Let's welcome mighty Mohammed Alakel.
Well, Mohammed, a couple of days away from your big fight. How are you feeling going into this?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. All the hard work is done, and I'm just looking forward to putting on a show for my fans.
Joe, you're here training Mohammed. I know you just recently revealed your cancer diagnosis. A lot of people certainly concerned about your welfare. How are you feeling?
Yeah, good as gold. Life goes on as normal. I'm really looking forward to Mo's fight now. His third fight on the big stage. Huge thanks to Turk, Spencer, James, everyone at Gold Star Promotions for getting him on it. And I really do feel we have a talent and possibly Saudi's first world champion in another 8-10 fights.
So you've seen a lot of good fighters. What do you like about this young man?
His dedication, his application, he's willing to learn. We've had Roberto Duran in the gym for the last 2 weeks, giving him advice, and Mo's been like a sponge. He's absolutely soaked it all in, and how can you not with a pound-for-pound legend like Roberto Duran? So Team Duran are here. They'll be with us in the gym tomorrow, and we look forward to another good performance Saturday night.
Wow, but that's a lot of good minds you've got in the gym around you. What have you learned from Joe and from Roberto Duran?
Yeah, I've learned a lot, you know, good experience, and yeah, I'm very happy and thankful.
Good luck on Saturday. Joe, we're all certainly rooting for you.
Yeah, no problem. Life goes on, and we'll just make the best of what it is. Thank you very much.
You got it.
Cheers, thank you.
Can you get my grey one out there? I'm a pouch.
And now let's welcome to the ring a native of Chinandega, Nicaragua, and now fighting out of Bratislava, Slovakia. He is a veteran of 53 professional bouts. Let's welcome Angel El Cohete Gomez. Thank you very much to Angel El Cohete Gomez.
Well, Angel, welcome to Riyadh. Big opportunity for you here on this fight card. How are you feeling going into this fight?
Bienvenidos a Riyadh. Es una muy grande oportunidad para usted. ¿Cómo te siento antes de la...
Pues bueno, estoy agradecido por la promotora que me dio la oportunidad de estar aquí y mientras tanto venimos preparados para hacerlo mejor, dar una buena combate.
It's good to be here. He's been training hard, he's ready for this, and he's looking forward to the fight on Saturday.
You were undefeated through your first 8 fights, have not been able to get a win since. How anxious are you to get that win on your resume?
Los primeros combates usted ganó muchos los primeros y después no ha ganado muchas peleas. Ahora, ¿cómo te siento para ganar un grande combate?
Pues bueno, en este momento me he dado la oportunidad de entrenar bien para venir a dar un buen espectáculo acá y que gane el mejor.
He wants to be the best. He's been training hard to get a big opportunity and show his best.
Good luck, Angel.
Thank you.
Our next fighter competing this Saturday in a scheduled 6-round welterweight contest. He is undefeated with 6 wins, 1 draw, 1 win coming by way of knockout. He hails from right here, Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Let's welcome Ziad Zizo Almayoun.
I said I'm Superman. Yeah, exactly. I said I'm Superman. I have to have my cape. Not all superheroes have capes.
Ziad Zizo Almayoun.
Well, Zizo, I know you were disappointed with the draw last time out. What have you been working on during this last camp?
Was disappointed. Now I know that this is what I needed, what I wanted, but we only learn later on, and that's what I love about this journey. You know, I am the first ever Saudi pro fighter. I'm going to have bumps on the road, and I love being the first, and I want to be the first world champion, and I want to do so many firsts, but what's more important is to be the first of many. I want to show the younger generations coming after me that when you have these small bumps on the road, you just keep going. Persistence beats talent, persistence beats even hard work. But I learned a lot from my last fight, regardless of the decision, and that's the mentality I'm going into this fight as well. Head movement, defense, but all that will not work if I'm not calm and composed. As long as I am calm, composed, and I am not a victim to the pressure, I'm a superhero because of the pressure. And that's what I want to feel. I did a long training camp in Liverpool. I feel like it's blown back the spirits into me and the confidence, and I can't wait to fight. I love this journey. The day I get used to it is the day that I failed myself.
You're an easy interview, Zizo. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Chris.
Our next two fighters competing this Saturday in a scheduled 12-round contest. It will be for the WBO Interim Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. Let's first welcome the challenger from Liverpool, England. He brings a professional record consisting of 30 wins, 2 defeats, 22 of those 30 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former Ring Magazine champion and former WBA super middleweight champion of the world, Callum Mundo Smith.
I hate the new Kanye.
Thank you very much to Callum Mundo Smith.
Doing it because he wants to, and that makes you a dangerous fighter, in my opinion.
Who is the favourite here? I know I like to put you guys on the spot, but you know, we say the card's 50-50-50, and that's not really how it is. I mean, is it Boatsi a 60-40 maybe just?
Yeah, it's Boatsi on form, I would say. You have to say Joshua Boatsi.
Well, Callum, just days away from your return to the ring against Joshua Boatsi. You know, you contemplated retirement for a couple of days after the Artur Beterbiev fight. What made you make the decision to keep pushing forward?
I just realised I hadn't fully achieved what I believe I'm capable of, and there was rumours this fight was going to happen, and it was the fight that motivated me. I always said it was a motivational thing. If there was something that made me want to get back in the gym and made me want to make the sacrifices, then I'll do it. And this fight was offered, and it's a fight I like, and it gives me a great opportunity to get back to where I want to be.
What made, you said you learned a lot from that fight against Artur Beterbiev. What are some of the things you took away from it that you think make you a better fighter?
It just highlights areas what you need to improve, and you know, losing definitely does that more so than winning. It's easy to paper over cracks when you're still winning and think you're doing everything correct, whereas losing, say, magnifies those areas, and if you don't go away and work on those, then it's, you know, it's pointless being in this sport. You've always got to evolve as a fighter and always got to aim to improve, and you know, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I'm constantly always trying to improve and better my game, and hopefully we'll see some of those improvements this weekend.
Good luck, Callum.
Thank you very much.
And now let's welcome the defending champion from London, England, a 2016 Olympic bronze medalist, now undefeated as a professional with 19 wins, 13 of his 19 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the reigning and defending WBO Interim Light Heavyweight Champion of the World, Joshua Boatsi.
Okay, here comes Joshua Boatsi, the unbeaten Joshua Boatsi, who last time on a Riyadh season card beat Willie Hutchinson, a very, very tough fight. Overcome that, now it's Callum Smith. Callum Smith's gonna join us in the studio as well. Come in, Callum.
Okay.
Here comes Callum. Callum, this is, I mean, you've done big cards before, you've done big events. This is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's huge, it's massive, it's a pleasure to be a part of it, and I think you'll see it now, each fighter only probably gets bigger and bigger as the bill goes on. So yeah, it's an honour to be here, and I'm trying to soak it in and enjoy it more than I usually do.
So many big domestic 175-pound fights. No one ever really put you and Boatsy together though, it was others. Where's this come from? Did you kind of put your hand up for it? Was just an offer that you...
Now each fighter only probably get a few whispers and rumours that potentially they wanted this fight on this bill, and he told me the bill, and to be honest with you, I thought it was too good to be true, and then it has it. You know, the bill I was told months beforehand is basically the bill that's happening, and it's a fight that motivates me, it's a fight that I like, and it's a fight that gives me a great opportunity to get back to where I want to be.
Callum, boxing ability aside, what you do have in this fight in abundance is experience. 32 fights behind you. How do you get that into play Saturday night?
I've just got to use it. You know, you sell 12 rounds is a long fight, and the fight can swap and change as things are going on. You've got to adjust and sometimes maybe change tactics midway through a fight, and I think that comes with experience, know when to put your foot on the gas, when to take it off and stuff like that. So yeah, you think you just gain experience over the years, and I believe I've got a lot now.
Callum, the only question that people have, not about your experience, your quality of opposition and your ability to box, would be maybe the desire, because you've achieved so much. Yeah. What keeps you motivated?
Just achievement. I want to be a 2-weight world champion, and I believe I'm really close to achieving it, and I believe I'm good enough. Yeah, you think you just gain experience. I wouldn't be standing here, I wouldn't be making the sacrifices I make at home. So yeah, I can see where people are questioning that, but look, I didn't believe I was as good as I used to be, or I didn't believe I was good enough to go and achieve it, I genuinely wouldn't be standing here now today. So no, I'm confident I can do the job the weekend.
Callum, let's quickly hear from your opponent, Joshua Boatsy.
Well, Joshua, you're a pretty even-keeled guy, but do you start to get a little more excited as we get closer and closer to the fight?
It is. I think every fighter feels the same way. Yeah, man, we're a few days away.
Had an open workout here, but you've been working with Virgil Hunter as part of your training regimen. What has he brought to your game?
A lot, man. As always, we can always stand up here and say so much, but it's better to demonstrate. So Saturday's a good opportunity. You
had to make a sacrifice to go to the U.S. to train with Virgil. Why was it important to you to make that sacrifice?
It's important. It pays off in here. The time away alone, it builds me. So when I get in the ring, I know I've paid the price.
We've seen Callum in with some great fighters over the years, Canelo Alvarez, Artur Beterbiev. Can you learn anything from those fights about what it's going to take to beat him?
I'm myself and my own fighter, so when I show up on Saturday, then you have something to talk about.
Good luck, Joshua.
Thank you.
Callum, let's get the most important question out of the way very quickly. Liverpool 3, Villa 1 today? Salah double?
Yeah, hopefully, yeah, the win at any means possible. But yeah, hopefully we can get the win and get another 3 points.
Callum, good luck this weekend. I think a lot of people can't believe this is opening the card, because it's a main event, but good luck this weekend, Callum.
Thank you very
Top
much.
Man, cheers.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, buddy. Good to see you.
Our next two fighters competing this Saturday in a scheduled 12-round contest, and it will be for the vacant WBC Interim Heavyweight Championship of the World. We will first welcome from Bochum, Germany, undefeated with 25 wins, 17 of those 25 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the undefeated former two-time EBU European champion and the #1 ranked contender by the WBC. Here is Agit Kabayel.
Sergio Mora has joined us in studio, perfect timing. Oh, by the way, look at this. For the first time, a fighter's coming to the ring with gloves on, so we might get a bit of a workout here as well, Sergio. I said this the other day, I'm going to repeat myself. I think Agit Kabayel's the most underrated top heavyweight. Like, when you think of the top 6, top 7, everyone talks about the other guys apart from Kabayel.
And you want to be like that because you want to be the underdog. I mean, this is the type of moment that, you know, every fighter thinks of. You have the skill, you have the record, you're coming off your 2 biggest wins of your career, so you have the momentum against a fighter that's vulnerable. So these are 2 big men with power. This is a moment of a lifetime for Kabayel.
Is that true, Barry, what I said? Is he underrated? Because everyone talks about the other names around him apart from him, I think.
See, when you talk about other fighters, like say Dubois, you go, watch out for that jab, watch out for the power. You know, but then another fighters, you know, Usyk is brilliant skill silky skills. With Caballero, you don't pick anything out massively to go, that's the weapon to be careful of. But what he is an all-round fighter. Yeah. He does nothing fantastic, but everything well. And you might think, all right, maybe at the very, 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 very top, the elite, that falls short. But I think he's underrated. I think what's really good, is most impressive with him, is his fight management in the ring. I think he knows what to do. He gets the tactics right every time. Makhmudov, perfect. Sanchez, perfect tactics. And he'll need that on Saturday night.
Is it a simple case of, if this goes early, it's Zhang. If this goes late, it's Caballero? Because we have seen Zhang, we've seen the gas tank run empty.
Absolutely, and not only that, but nobody's really tested Zhang's body. Caballero tested Sanchez's body. That's how he was able to knock him out. Anytime you're dealing with heavyweights that go to the body, heavyweights usually ignore the body because they're always going for the head. They got that big eraser, especially with their right hand. This man likes getting on the inside. He's a volume puncher. He pushes fighters back, but it's the body shots are going to be the telling factor.
In the land of the giants, he's quite small. I mean, obviously Usyk is the exception to the rule, right? But I mean, Zhang's going to come here and we'll see him. He's 6'6", 290 pounds. Caballero's what, 6'3", 230?
Yeah, but I mean, it's not ideal, I understand that, but also somebody being small and short, and I say this obviously knowing well all about that, can be a friend because you can get underneath that, you can get underneath those jabs, you can slide into it, you can move around the target quicker. And I do think that, no, it's not always Zhang. If Zhang can keep knocking you down, he can stop you late. But Caballero's got a good engine, and if he can be busy, he can put Zhang in plenty of trouble.
Geet, we'll talk to you as you're getting your gloves taken off. The guys up there were saying that, you've been pretty much one of the most underrated heavyweights over the last few years. Do you think in your last couple of fights, you're finally getting a chance to show people what you can do?
Yes, of course. The people say this, I know. But Saturday, another big test wait for me. I'm ready. We will see on Saturday,
It is a big test, no question about that. A very big man in Zhang Zhang. You've beaten big guys before, but what's it going to take to beat this man on Saturday?
We'll see. I give no prediction. He's a great opponent. He fight with a big name in his career. I respect him not. But Saturday, Chinese power fight with the Kurdish power.
Last time we saw you in the ring with a 6'6" fighter, you knocked out Makhmudov. Do you think you could knock out Zhang Zhang?
Inshallah. We will see on Saturday.
Good luck, Agi.
Thank you.
And now let's welcome, fighting out of Bloomfield, New Jersey, USA, by way of Shenzhou, China, a 2008 Olympic silver medalist, now with a professional record consisting of 27 wins, 2 defeats, 1 draw, 22 of those 27 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former WBO interim world champion and the #2 ranked contender by the WBC. Here is Zhang Big Bang Zhang.
Caballero, I'm ready. Saturday, I bang you.
This man is a real problem in the heavyweight division. A lot of people talk about his power. I think they forget the amateur pedigree as well. He can do a bit of everything, Zhang Zhang. Has he improved the gas tank? He looks a bit lighter, but I do wonder what you can do at 41.
I think he's set in his ways now. And also, he's technically a very good fighter. I think it's a good technique. He punches correct, and his timing's very, very good. But he boxes for 20 seconds, 25 seconds max of every round. And that's the issue, that's the problem. But what he showed certainly against Joe Jones and others, that he can knock you out in any round. It hasn't got to be early. But the problem is, if you can get a big lead, you can take a shot. Because at some point, like he did with Parker, he's going to hit you and he's going to hurt you. How you react to that just dictates whether you can beat him or not.
And it's power as well, Sergio, that he doesn't seem to load up with. Now you watch those 2 knockdowns that he did against Joseph Parker, he barely touches him, or at least that's what it looks like. And you're down and you're out and you don't know what happened.
When you're that big, that strong, that heavy, you don't need to hit a fighter clean. You're always going to hurt him wherever you touch him. And the thing about Zhang is he fights like in slow motion. You know, he's really wicked with that right hook. Anytime you have a left-hander with that right hook, it's hard to get away from that. And this man, once he's on the outside or the inside, he's always dangerous. And like I said, doesn't need to hit you clean. Always going to be powerful.
There was a lot of talk about Zhang versus Martin Bakole. It never happened. Can you imagine the carnage with those two 290-pound men?
The difference is Bakole might not be as big a puncher, but he might be physically stronger, but he has a better engine now. And then
and meaner. I would think Bakole is meaner.
Big Pin Zhang.
Who's favorite for this fight?
You know, I'm picking Caballero.
Okay.
I like Caballero's momentum. I think I've seen Zhang vulnerable before, especially if it goes into the second half of the fight. I definitely, the longer it goes, the more I favor Caballero.
Well, Jay Lee, just a few days away. By the way, still the best theme song of anyone walking out here. How are you feeling going into this fight?
这还是最好听的主题歌之一啊！你今天感觉怎么样？
哎，我发现，然后给我创作了好多我的主题曲，我很喜欢。
Whoever created these songs, I love you.
Your relationship with your trainer, Sean George, goes back to your days in the amateur ranks. Your career as a pro has really taken off since he's become your full-time trainer. What has he brought to you? What's made a difference?
你跟老肖是从业余时期就一直到职业时期，那最近他这么几年的时间，给你带来了什么变化呢？
带来很多变化，带来了现在有时候约比赛都约不上，然后很多人都逼战我，然后前2天我还告诉他，我说你把我练得太强大了，然后都不愿意和我打。
Well, I blame him for making me the most avoidable fighter in the division, but I love him.
We saw you look kind of not so great against Joseph Parker, and you looked brilliant against Deontay Wilder. What Zhang Zhang can we expect on Saturday?
跟帕克的这一场呢，打的可能很多人觉得不是特别好，跟维尔德打的特别好。这周6会有什么样的表现？
比打维尔德更好。
Way better than when I was fighting Wilder.
Good luck, Jay Lee.
Thank you.
Our next 2 fighters competing this Saturday in a scheduled 12-round contest. It will be for the WBC Interim Super Welterweight Championship of the World. Let's first welcome the challenger from Khiva, Uzbekistan, a stellar amateur with over 300 victories. He now has a professional record of 10 wins, just 1 defeat, 1 draw, 7 of those 10 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former WBA Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Israel, the Dream Madrimov.
Barry, the more people I speak to during fight week, the more people are leaning to this as the fight of the night. Israel Madrimov, you heard it there, over 300 victories as an amateur. I mean, that's incredible. And so far as a pro, just the 1 defeat, and that's to Terence Bud Crawford.
It doesn't count. It doesn't count. Listen, he is a very technically gifted fighter who I think he's developing and finding out he has a bit of power as well, more than before. But with a lot of fighters, people boxers from his region, it's the movement, the way they get that semicircle around the body, the way they dictate that, the little pivots and the twists and the turns, and they hit you from angles, you don't know where they are, you can't respond to that. He has a fighter up against him who's going to come right at him, the punch long, and that's going to be difficult for him. Not that he's going to be aggressive, the fact that he punches long, Ortiz, and so Madrimov's got to try and time that without being on the end of that power. But he has the boxing brain, the ability, I think, to adapt to that.
In the gym yesterday, I saw him hitting a bit of pads, and his movement very similar the way he bounces on his toes to Bivol. It was almost, I was trying to, it's like Bivol, but also he kind of throws these weird shots like Golovkin used to do, you know, where he kind of turns his hand right at the end. I'm not trying to say he's Bivol Golovkin combined, but you can kind of see what I mean. He's got a bit of everything.
We call that the corkscrew punch, where it comes over the top, on the top of the head or around the guard. You got to find a way around a boxer's glove when they have that earmuff defense. But I'll tell you one thing, Virgil Ortiz Jr. has that earmuff defense where he has his guard up. That's going to work against Ortiz because he's going to give a target to Madrimov. So not only is the footwork going to be key, the angle's going to be key, but he's going to keep hitting the gloves. Anytime Ortiz comes forward aggressive, it's going to work in the hands of Madrimov.
Thank you very much to Israel.
He's brilliant, but I would say though, as brilliant as he's been, I'm a massive fan. His resume is not stacked.
No, you're right.
He's only had 12 fights, that's why, to be fair. But I mean, and what he's done in 12 fights has been phenomenal. But I mean, he's not stacked, so he's up against a really experienced fighter in Ortiz.
Well, Israel, first off, you turned 30 years old this week. Happy birthday. How do you feel in a new decade of life?
Поздравляю тебя с днем рождения. Как ты чувствуешь себя с наступлением новой декады?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Hey, I'm feeling great. You know, this month for me it's especially my birthday, my coach's birthday. You know, my brother's birthday because it's especially months and especially fight. Inshallah, I'm feeling great.
You fought a very competitive fight against Terence Crawford. What did you learn from that experience?
Что ты извлек из боя с Теренсом Кроуфордом?
I want show, inshallah, on Saturday, this plan.
You're fighting a young, very strong fighter in Virgil Ortiz. What kind of fight are you expecting?
Ты дерешься с очень молодым и агрессивным бойцом. Какой бой ты ожидаешь?
Interesting fight for me, my career, because you needed see this fight.
Good luck, Israel.
Thank you so much.
And now let's welcome the defending champion from Grand Prairie, Texas, USA. He is undefeated with 22 wins, 21 of those 22 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the reigning and defending WBC interim super welterweight champion of the world, Virgil Ortiz Jr.
Sergio, you know, as well as the battle of the fighters, obviously Virgil Ortiz versus Israel Madrimov, I love the battle of the minds as well. Joel Diaz with Israel Madrimov, Robert Garcia, trainer of the year with Virgil Ortiz, two world-class trainers with two very, very good fighters.
Two of my favorite trainers coming out of the Southern California area. I'm big fans of both, but I'm a big fan of this man right here because yes, he's all power, he's destruction, but what a lot of people don't give him credit for is intelligence. You have to be intelligent with that pressure that Ortiz puts on you, and he finds a way out. You know, whenever he's having issues with movers, like he did against McKinson. Yes, McKinson went into the second half of the fight, he figured him out. Kavalauskas, who was able to put him down, you know, was fighting at angles, he was able to find a way there. The thing about his opponent, the thing is he's going to have to face a mover and a boxer, but he'll figure it out. Virgil is that special to be able to figure out fighters like Madrimov.
I'm so happy as well that we've got over the hump. Obviously, look, medical problems before, which kind of hindered his ability to fight at 147. 154 pounds is his weight class. You look at him and he's almost perfect for the weight. This is such an exciting fight, Barry.
This clash of styles dictate this is going to be a really, really good fight. And also, if anyone's seen Virgil Ortiz, he'll make it a good fight. You can't escape him. So at some point, Madrimov's going to have to hold his feet and fire back just to stem the flow.
Junior.
Well, Virgil, I know you've been waiting a long time for this opportunity to fight here in Riyadh. How are you feeling a couple of days out?
I'm very excited, man. I'm very motivated, and I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to fight, you know.
You know, there are a lot of new rules being out here. It's not the same as in the U.S., including that midweek weight check. How are you feeling physically going into this fight?
I feel great. You know, it's ain't nothing but chicken wing, you know. So it's cool.
You know, with Sergey Bohachuk, you knew it was going to be a toe-to-toe fight from the very beginning. We've seen Madrimov fight a couple of different styles in some of his recent fights. What kind of fight are you expecting?
I'm expecting a chess match, but, you know, exciting at the same time, you know. It's not going to be boring. It's going to be a fun one for the fans.
What do you think is the key to beating him?
Just being myself.
Good luck, Virgil.
Thank you.
I love it. Just be himself. The great Virgil Ortiz, the unbeaten Virgil Ortiz as well, takes on Israel Madrimov. Yili Zhang versus Agit Kabayel. And to kick off the big show, Joshua Buatsi versus Callum Smith. 3 fantastic fights, 3 50-50 fights. More to come as well.
Our next 2 fighters competing this Saturday in a scheduled 12-round contest, and it'll be for the WBC Middleweight Championship of the World. Let's first welcome the challenger from Ilford, Essex, England. He is undefeated with 21 wins, 17 of those 21 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the undefeated former EBU European, Commonwealth, and WBC silver champion, and the #1 ranked contender by the WBC. Let's welcome Hamza Shiraz.
I'm the alpha and the omega, the star player, you're a liar. Big capper, a pump faker, seen you around.
So far, so good for Hamza Shiraz. It's better than that, in fact. It's so far perfect for Hamza Shiraz. He's had his blips, Barry, but he's always overcome them. This is the toughest test, though. This is the acid test.
This is a real step up from what he's been boxing. He's been boxing some really good kids. Zamal Williams, you know, and Tyler Denny was on a massive role in European champion. But I feel Hamza Shiraz in the last 2 or 3 fights really knows who he is and what he is now, and he understands, even though he's a tall fighter, he's got that judgment of the distance. He knows that jab's a good weapon for him, but also he finds the space for a tall fighter up close. He finds the space for that uppercut and that hook. That's very difficult to do for a big fighter, to get the leverage with those long arms. But he somehow can do it, the way he starts to turn his body. So he's starting to understand what he can do really well. And I think, talking about fighters in form, this is a fighter whose confidence is as high as anyone's on the card right now.
Sergio, 4 years ago, he decided to relocate to America. That's where he trains. He trains out of the States. And we've spoken about it before, me and Hamza. He says he's getting sparring that he couldn't get in the UK. He's getting all types of styles, and as a Brit, they're putting it on him. I feel like he's benefited from going out to the States.
No, it depends where you're at. I mean, there's the East Coast way of fighting, of course, the world famous Philly gyms, the Southern California gyms. Anywhere in the States, you're going to find great sparring. And that's what a lot of these Europeans, a lot of these Japanese fighters, and South Asian fighters, they get the sparring, the hard work, and the American style.
Well, Hamza, you've been asking for this opportunity for a few fights now. You finally get it. How are you feeling as we get a little bit closer?
Yeah, alhamdulillah, I'm feeling great, ready to go. Just soaking it all in.
Damas is an experienced guy in multiple weight classes. What's going to be the key for you to beating him?
Just staying disciplined, listening to Ricky, like I said, doing what I do and just enjoying it as well.
Not sure if you caught what he said yesterday, but he said the plan on Saturday is to decapitate you. Your thoughts?
Good luck to it. Good luck to it.
Good luck to you, Hamza.
Cheers, thank you.
And now let's welcome the defending world champion from Elias Piña en la República Dominicana. He has a professional record of 24 wins, just 1 defeat. 18 of those 24 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the reigning and defending WBC middleweight champion of the world, Carlos El Caballo Bronco Adames.
Carlos Adames, the current WBC middleweight champion, making his way to the ring. You look at a couple of those victories there. Sergei Derevyanchenko, fantastic victory. J. Rock Williams, remember, a champion at 154 pounds, great victory as well. This might be his biggest as he takes on Hamza Shiraz. Hamza here with us in studio as well. He's coming into studio.
Yeah,
right there, Hamza.
Yeah.
I almost felt with that interview with you and Chris Mannix that the fight mode's on now.
Yeah.
Like smiles are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's short, the workout short and sweet. You're now ready, Hamza.
Yeah, that's it. Biggest fight of my life Saturday night. I'm feeling cool, feeling calm, but yeah, laser focused and locked in.
This is what you've always wanted, right? You've called for those world title shots. You've called for Adames or Alam Kanali. You've got Adames. What do you make of him as a fighter?
He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. Someone I've been watching for a long time as well. And now I'm sharing the ring with him. He's a champion, a proven champion, and a champion I want to beat.
Yeah.
What happened to you for like the last 2 or 3 fights? You've always been a good fighter, but the last 2 or 3 fights, something changed in you, and you just, the belief has gone beyond your body. You just look phenomenal. Like, you know what you're doing when you're going to do it. What was the catalyst for that?
Do you know what it is? I think it's spending so much time in Los Angeles, rubbing shoulders with all these world champions, sparring them as well. And then you've got the likes of Hall of Fame trainer Joe Goosen in my gym. When someone like him tells you you're going to be a star, they're almost correct, aren't they? So hearing them words of people like him and then going in there, you just have this different sense of confidence and belief.
Hamza, you're a middleweight. How long are you going to be a middleweight? I'm sizing you up right now, man. How do you make weight? How do you make weight?
To be fair, I don't know. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it's not too difficult as well. So I reckon for the next, maybe, God willing, I'll get over Saturday night, maybe 2 or 3 more fights at 160.
You're an intimidating figure, my man.
Well done, Hamza. Honestly, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Saturday, well done.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thank you.
Well, Carlos, you have come to Riyadh with a lot of confidence going into this fight. What makes you so confident that you can get the job done?
Viniste a Riyadh con mucha confianza. ¿Qué te da tanta confianza que tú vas a poder ganar este sábado?
Mi trabajo, mi dedicación en el gimnasio, mi forma de trabajar, mi equipo de trabajo, cómo me manejo dentro del ring, mi fortaleza, todo es un complemento.
My work ethic, my team, my hard work, my ability inside the ring, and my whole camp process.
We haven't seen you in the ring since last June. How anxious have you been to get back into a fight?
No te hemos visto en el ring desde junio. ¿Cuánta ansiedad tú tienes para volver al ring?
Tengo mucha, me siento muy bien, me he preparado muy bien para esta pelea. Pienso que voy a dar la mejor versión de mí en esta pelea. Verán un nuevo Carlos Adames que se enfrenta a todo tipo de retos. Pienso que me siento muy bien.
I'm very anxious to get back. I think you will see a different Carlos Adames. I think you will see a great one, too.
That's a big man in Hamza. What's the key to chopping him down?
Es un hombre alto, Shiraz. ¿Cuál es la idea principal para poder ganarle?
Los cocos son más altos y los tumbamos. Pienso que a él lo voy a tumbar también.
Coconuts in coconut trees are higher, and we can still take them down.
Good luck, Carlos.
Thank you.
Our next fighter competing this Saturday in a scheduled 12-round contest, and it will be for the WBC Lightweight Championship of the World. He will be taking on the challenger, Josh Padley. Let's welcome the defending champion, fighting out of Brick City, Newark, New Jersey, USA, a 2016 Olympic silver medalist, now undefeated as a professional with 22 wins, 10 of those 22 wins coming by way of knockout. He is a 3-weight world champion and the reigning and defending WBC lightweight champion of the world, Shakur Stevenson.
What a 24 hours for that young man there, Shakur Stevenson. Obviously, look, Floyd Schofield scheduled, and he would have been hearing about the rumors about Schofield falling ill way before we found out. Then he finds out Schofield is out. He didn't know whether or not he was going to fight, and then he gets Josh Padley. I mean, it's been a difficult 24 hours for Shakur Stevenson, Sergio.
Yeah, but you can tell, I mean, the way he's handling it, it's fine. I mean, Shakur Stevenson has been through this. I mean, through the Olympic rankings, through 3 divisions in boxing, fighting the absolute best. He's calm, cool, collected, and that's because he's a sniper from that southpaw stance. He has the speed. He has the ability, the footwork. I mean, there's nothing this man can't do, and now he's on the big stage, so adapting to plan B or C, I mean, it's all a day's work for Stevenson.
He must have said to Eddie, get me anyone. Eddie, I need to fight. Like, I can't have had a fight camp and not fight. And you can tell that they've delivered. And I think they've delivered him an opponent that's going to try and win, not an opponent that's going to lay down. And I think everyone here is just excited to see Shakur Stevenson fight on Saturday.
There is nothing worse than a fighter, one, either yourself getting injured and having to pull out of a fight, or your opponent pulling out and doing all of that hard work, as you say, going through a camp and not getting the end goal. Horrific.
Thank you very much to Shakur Stevenson.
Well, Shakur, you just can't escape the drama, can you? What have the last 24 hours been like?
It's been fun. I mean, I love the show. I love everything about this. I'm still on the card. The show must go on, so I'm ready to put on the show.
You actually predicted that Floyd Schofield would not make it to this fight. How did you feel when you found out he had pulled out?
I was already kind of expecting it. I knew the kid was scared from the start. I knew he was scared from the jump. When I seen him, he was definitely scared, so I think he a punk.
When they brought the name Josh Padley to you, what was your immediate response?
Yes, I mean, I watched one round. I'm in shape. I mean, they could have seen anybody. They could have said, Lomachenko, let's fight. I'd have said, let's do it, so.
You say you don't watch a lot of film on your opponents, so you just going in there trying to do you?
I mean, I know me at my best could be anybody at their best, so I'm the best in boxing, and I'm going to show y'all Saturday night.
Good luck, Shakur.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our co-main event this Saturday is scheduled for 12 rounds, and it'll be for the IBF Heavyweight Championship of the World. Let's first welcome the challenger. From South Auckland, New Zealand, he has a professional record of 35 wins, 3 defeats, 23 wins, coming by way of knockout. He is the former WBO heavyweight champion of the world, Lupe Soliai, La'auli Ale Maliatoa, a.k.a. Joseph Parker.
As Joseph Parker makes his way to the ring, Shakur Stevenson has made his way to the studio. Shakur, you're smiling. I don't know how you're not going crazy. The last 24 hours, for me, have been crazy. Was there any fear that you weren't going to fight on the card?
Yeah, it was a little fear, but once they got it together, I got back focused, and my mental is straight. I'm ready to perform. I've been ready to perform for a couple of weeks now, so it's time.
I heard you say to Chris that you already knew that there's going to be an issue with Floyd Schofield's team. What is going on there, do you think, with what's happening with Floyd Schofield, senior and junior?
It's hard to really tell, you know. All I know is he's a clown, his dad is a clown, and I'm not trying to entertain the circus, so I kind of leave it alone.
Josh Padley now steps in. Obviously not much time at all to get to know your opponent, but what do you know about the Brit?
I know me at my best is better than everybody, so I go out there and show the world who I am, they're gonna see.
Do you watch him though? Will you study any tape in this short period?
It ain't really no time to do that. I mean, I go out there and fill him out, and like I said, me at my best is better than everybody. Nobody can beat me, so I'm gonna show y'all.
Shakur, everyone knows you as a lethal boxer, but are you going for the knockout against this kid?
I try not to look out for. I don't want to look for the knockouts. I know the knockout guys don't look for the knockouts, so I'm not going to look for it. But I definitely want to put on the show.
Final one, Shakur. Is the Floyd Schofield fight now done forever? Would you ever entertain it again if it came up?
I mean, I gave that kid an opportunity of a lifetime, and a lot of people didn't want that fight, but I made it happen for my fan base. So since I did that, I feel like he slapped me in the face. So right now, I'm not really thinking about it.
I will say this, and I think I speak for every fan around the world, we're so happy that you're fighting on Saturday.
Yeah.
We need to see Shakur Stevenson, so we're very happy. Shakur, good luck. Get out of the cold and go and enjoy what you're going to do for the rest of the day. I am very, very happy that young man is fighting on Saturday.
Yeah, I agree. He's a pound-for-pound star. He needs to be on the card. So, yeah, great job to everyone involved. Great job to Josh Padley as well, being in shape and being ready for the call.
All right, let's talk about this big man in the ring, Joseph Parker, former world champion himself. Let's not forget that. Beat Andy Ruiz nearly a decade ago. He is a much better fighter than the guy that obviously fought Andy Ruiz, the guy that fought Anthony Joshua, and the guy that fought Joe Joyce. Just how good is Joseph Parker now?
And the reason he's evolving into a better and better fighter the older he gets is because that man right there, Andy Lee, has been doing an amazing job with this resurrection, this resurgence of Joseph Parker, because we know that he's intelligent, he has the footwork, he has the size, but now he has the confidence, the championship confidence, and he knows how to fight big men. He's been doing it for the past 8 years. I mean, every big man in the heavyweight division, he's been in there with it, and he's found a way to win, compete, or give him hell. Joseph Parker's the truth.
I hear a bit of snapping those punches as well, Darren.
Let me tell you about Joseph Parker. It's still unbelievable that he's only 33 years old, but there is no box that has not been ticked for him. He has experience, he has the great team around him now, he has the victories, he has the defeats, and it's what you take away from defeat. So for him, he just feels this is the perfect opportunity to be taking on Daniel Dubois, a man full of confidence. George Lockhart as well, I can see him just outside the ring. He's played a huge part in getting Joseph Parker in this great shape, this condition. This really is a fantastic fight that could top the bill anywhere in the world.
You know what's interesting? Obviously, look, he's a lot heavier. I say a lot. He is a few pounds heavier than he was in his last fight. And you watch him on his feet, he still looks light on the feet as well. So they transfer that extra weight correctly. Hence why George Lockhart's come into the camp to do so. You're right, it's a main eventer anywhere in the world, and we're lucky to have it as chief support here.
Yeah, we really are. It's interesting. I give hand speed to Joseph Parker, but foot speed to Daniel Dubois. So at some point there's going to be a real clash.
Okay,
so,
then let's quickly play this game. Hand speed to Daniel Dubois.
Yeah, no, to Parker.
Foot speed
to Dubois. Dubois' feet are very underrated.
Ring intelligence. Either of you can answer. Ring very quickly. Come on, ring intelligence.
I would go ring IQ Joseph Parker because of the fights he's had, the people he's been in with, and the experience that he does have.
Intelligence Parker, foot speed Parker. I disagree with you.
Power,
there.
very quickly. Let's do it. Come on.
Power is, of course, is going to be on the other side.
Yeah,
okay, just testing you. Just testing you.
Well, Joe, I don't think too many people here in Riyadh have been as happy as you to be here. You've been smiling all week long. How are you feeling a couple of days before this fight?
You know what? I actually feel fantastic. I've done all the work, and I'm well prepared, and I just want to go in there and put on a great display. But I'm very happy, and I'm excited, but I'm saving it all for fight night.
So you work in the pads there for a couple of minutes with Andy Lee. You've talked a lot about what he's meant for you in your career. What has he brought to you that's been different?
It's taken me a while to understand what he's been trying to teach me, but it's come at the right time. The last few fights I've had, I've been able to show what we're working on, and I want to show it again on Saturday night.
You've dealt with the power of Zhilei Zhang, of Deontay Wilder. How different do you think the power of Daniel Dubois is going to be?
Listen, Daniel Dubois hits very hard. Bring it on.
Good luck, Joe.
Thank you.
And now let's welcome the defending champion from Greenwich, London, England. His professional record, 22 wins, 2 defeats, 21 of his 22 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the hard-hitting, reigning, and defending IBF heavyweight champion of the world, Triple D, Daniel Dynamite Dubois.
Yo, hear me now, rude boy and rude girl. Joseph Parker, you know say you're in a world of trouble when you want to test the champion.
You know, I keep repeating myself with Daniel Dubois, but I'm going to repeat myself again. What a turnaround, what an 18 months. The run is incredible. Really, really good rounds against Alexander Usyk in Poland. 100 pounds lighter than Jarrell Miller and stopped him. Hrgovic was unbeaten, the boogeyman, stopped him. And AJ was on course for a fight with Tyson Fury, stopped him.
Yeah.
Insane.
When you talk about the resurgence and making people believers, the most important thing here is he believes in himself now. He really does, because there would have been times there when he was in real dark places. But he's recovered, and he just shows you, you're only 1 or 2 wins away, and look at him now, he's the champion of the world.
Joseph Parker is going to join us in studio now. Let's get Joseph in. Here comes the big man. Joseph, you know what? Let's all turn around and watch this. Let's do this for a few minutes. What do you make of what Daniel's doing? Light on the feet.
Daniel has very good footwork. I remember listening to you commentating for a few of his fights, and he said his footwork is very good.
Yeah.
Like he moves away from the punches, and he closes in real fast with his foot.
Very subtle how he does it, just gradually moves in and out of range. How do you combat that? How do you approach this fight? Is this about variation?
I think with Daniel's variation.
Yeah.
I think if you stand in front of him, you're gonna get hurt. If you stand in front of him, he's gonna unload with those big bombs. Big power.
But you've got your own attributes as well, Joseph. He's got very fast feet. You've got very fast hands.
Listen, I've seen his hands look pretty fast too. But he might have worked on his hand speed.
Are you looking forward? Can you look forward to what you know is going to be a very difficult fight? Can you be excited about it?
I am excited. I'm happy. I'm relaxed. I'm calm. I'm looking forward to the challenge of fighting the champion of the world and putting my best foot forward and seeing what I can do against him.
All right, let's hear what the current IBF heavyweight champion's got to say. He's in the ring with Chris Mannix.
Well, Daniel, just days away from defending that heavyweight title of yours. How are you feeling going into this fight?
I'm feeling confident, ready to go now. It's fight time, let's go.
I was asking Joseph Parker about the impact that Andy Lee has made on him. You've had Don Charles in your corner now for several fights, done a great job with you. What kind of impact has he made as your trainer?
I think it's been a team effort, not just Don, my dad, and everyone that's around the team. They're just all working together, and it's powerful.
Joseph Parker was just up there, very complimentary of you and your skills. What do you think of Joseph Parker?
I'm just ready to fight on Saturday. Let's go. Let's go, man.
How important is it for you to defend this heavyweight title?
Really important, you know, the step to greatness, really. So, yeah, I'm ready.
Good luck, Daniel.
Thank you. God bless.
There you go, Daniel Dubois. Very simple. That's what Daniel Dubois always says, just ready to fight. Joseph, what do you do for the next 2-3 days? Is it just hotel, relax? What do you do?
Relax. I'm still put a bit of work in.
Yeah.
Still hitting the pads, stretching, loosening up, and beating everyone at table tennis.
Can I come round?
Beating everyone at poker, beating everyone at all the games we have at home. It's just simple.
Simple.
It's fight week, so I have to win.
Joseph, honestly, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Good luck, Joseph.
Looking forward to this one. Good luck.
What a fight. What a fantastic chief support. There you go. Dan Dubois versus Joseph Parker. IBF heavyweight world title on the line. Shakur Stevenson against Josh Padley. Josh Padley on his way to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. What a story this would be if he could shock the world and become the WBC lightweight champion. And then Carlos Adames taking on Hamza Shiraz. Hamza Shiraz bidding to become the 11th British middleweight champion, following in the footsteps of the man in the studio with me, former IBF middleweight champion, Darren Barker. All that to come, but we have one more, so let's throw it back downstairs to Thomas Treiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, our highly anticipated main event is a rematch scheduled for 12 rounds and it will be for the undisputed light heavyweight championship of the world. Let's first welcome the challenger. His professional record, 23 wins, just 1 defeat, 12 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former unified light heavyweight champion of the world, Dmitry Bivol.
Here we go. What's on the mind of that man there, Dmitry Bivol? Is it redemption? Is it revenge? Is it becoming the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world? So many questions will be answered on Saturday. What we do know, gents, and I'll come to you first, Sergio, this is round 13. This isn't round 1 of the second fight. They both know each other now. They've had 12 feel-out rounds. I think we're going to get down to action straight away.
There's no other way. I mean, this is the second chance, a second opportunity for a fighter, a great fighter that came up short. But he came up short not because of what he did inside the ring. It's just what the judges saw outside the ring. He started off faster, but Beterbiev closed out stronger. So if Bivol can close out stronger and do exactly what he did in the first fight, I don't see how he doesn't win this fight.
Do you know what? You spoke to both guys on Monday.
Yeah.
And do you know the impression I got was neither were that impressed with one another. You know, for this man here, he felt that Beterbiev would punch harder than he actually did. He was like, yeah, you know, he punched hard, but it wasn't that great. So he's going to take confidence from that. And I think Beterbiev thought that this man may be more slippery and he may not get to him, but he did get to him in the 10th, 11th, 12th round. And though he did go points for the first time, I almost got the impression he was saying he's had harder, tougher fights. That's interesting, and I don't know who that suits. It may slightly suit Beterbiev, because if this man gets a little bit, I don't know, switches off and thinks I can take the power, I can take the shots of Beterbiev, he may walk onto one, he may get a little vulnerable and, I don't know, a little carried away. I can't see it because this man's ring IQ is second to none. It's exceptional. You said it there, round 13, this is going to be another blockbuster.
You know, I would pay to go into both of their training camps to see how they train. So unique, so different. Both of them come from that old school Soviet Union style of training, but you watch them and you wouldn't know they've come from the same amateur setup because they box so differently. Bivol and mover, and we're seeing bits of it here. He likes to move, always on the balls, or anything, toes of his feet. He's a fantastic fighter, Sergio.
You know, the Russian school of boxing, just like the Cuban school of boxing, is some of the best, right? But the thing about the Russian school of boxing, Beterbiev comes from power, from aggression, from coming forward, looking for the knockout. He comes from the chess playing side of Russian, you know, the cerebral, using the ring, boxing around, using his jab. 2 complete schools of Russian boxing, but the absolute best.
Dmitry Bivol!
What we just see there was poetry in motion.
Well, Dmitry, it's been a long time since you were introduced as a title challenger. How are you feeling going into this fight?
It's something new again. Challenger, it's new, fresh feelings. I like it.
You went 12 hard rounds with Artur Beterbiev a few months ago. What did you learn from that experience?
I learned that I don't like to lose, and I want to win.
You've said this week that the biggest adjustment you have to make is to throw more punches. Does that mean you'll be taking more chances in the ring?
Yeah, of course. Not only more punches, more movements, more better speed, more heavier punches.
Felt his power for 12 rounds. Does that make you more prepared for it the next time around?
It's not about to prepare against the power. It's more about to make yourself better and to be ready for all situations in the ring.
Do you think this fight will look a lot like the first fight, or are you expecting a very different one?
I'm so excited, like all of boxing fans, how it will be. This is why it's so interesting, I think.
Good luck, Dmitry.
Thank you.
And now let's welcome the defending champion. He is a two-time Olympian, now undefeated as a professional with 21 wins. 20 of his 21 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the hard-hitting Ring Magazine champion and the reigning and defending undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world, Artur Beterbiev.
Here comes the undisputed, undefeated, currently unbeatable Artur Beterbiev making his way to the ring. Very cool as well. Look at him. That's a nice little cap. As he makes his way to the ring, the great Dmitry Bivol joins us in studio. Dmitry, how are you?
Good.
Feeling good?
Good, good.
Is this like round 13 for you, as opposed to round 1? Is it like round 13?
It's more about round 1, to be honest.
Yeah. Is it strange? Chris said it there as well. Is it strange you being a challenger? Like, is that giving you new energy?
Kind of strange, but I think fresh feelings, new feelings.
Yeah.
At some point, I don't like that I lost, but this time it's like I came here without some heavy bags with my belts. It's not bothering, like, you know, on the shoulders. And now you can
feel a bit more relaxed, ready to go.
Yeah, maybe relax, and you could have a chance to get more.
Yes.
Dmitry, the game plan last time was almost perfect. Almost perfect. How do you go the next level now and make it the perfect game plan so you get your arm raised at the end?
Perfect plan. It's similar, but more active. To be more active, more punches, stronger, faster. Everything is better. Just.
Dmitry, do you feel that when you mounted attacks against Beterbiev, you were really effective? Do you feel there's a second phase of attack that you could throw?
Second phase of attack?
So when you attack, rather than retreat, go back again and work again, or is that a dangerous tactic?
Yeah, it's you know, every time when you are repeating attack, it's more risky, yeah. But this is what we need to do, yeah, exactly.
Do you think you can knock out Beterbiev?
Everything possible. It's boxing, bro.
Yeah, but the power. Do you think you have the power to knock him out?
Of course, everybody has enough power in our weight class to knock each other out. The knockout, it's not about power. It's more about
timing.
It's like in life, you know, when you don't see the punch, you don't get it, and somebody punch you. It's so hard, even in life and in the boxing also. Most of the knockouts when the people just cannot see it.
An honest opinion. Was his power greater than you expected? Or was it as hard as you thought?
No, I was, you know, when I'm preparing to the fight, I always trying to think about my opponents, that they're amazing, you know, they're hardest, fastest, as I can imagine.
Yeah.
What wins you the fight? Is it this or is it this?
What?
What wins you the fight? Is it your brain or your heart?
This is why I love boxing. Everything should be the good level, you know. Some people, they don't have good skills, but with their heart, with their pressure from the heart, they're winning fights. And the fight against Beterbiev, you cannot rely only on one skill or only one good side. You have to use all your potential, all your skills.
Dmitry, should we watch him a little bit? Should we have a look at Beterbiev? Do you normally watch your opponents when they do the workouts? Do you like to watch?
I don't like to watch anybody fighting or training when I'm in my training camp, to be honest.
So okay, I'm not going to make you watch then. You can go now, people. You can disappear. Would you do this? Tennis?
Yeah,
you do different type of things in training as well.
No, it's just basic stuff.
Yeah.
In national team, we were doing it. Yeah.
Dmitry, good luck.
Thank you.
In your bid to become undisputed light heavyweight champion.
Thank you.
I wish you good luck, brother.
Thank you.
You know, I always felt like you were perfect for 160 pounds. I look at Dmitry Bivol, and I always feel like he's perfect for 175. Like, it looks like someone that's never going to struggle to make the weight. Obviously, it will be hard, but someone that doesn't try to kill himself to make the weight to then rehydrate to a monster. I'm looking at his face right now, and his face doesn't look gaunt. He looks ready to go.
Carl Frost was the same, wasn't he? One of those fighters, just lucky to be around that weight and strong at it.
Yeah, he looks very, very good. Artur Beterbiev there finishing his work. We didn't get any calisthenics this time, but we are going to get an interview. Let's hear from Artur Beterbiev with Chris Mannix.
Well, Artur, here we are again. You and Dmitry Bivol, the undisputed light heavyweight championship, just a few days away. How are you feeling going into this fight?
I'm not bad.
Does it feel any different having experienced 12 rounds with Bivol the first time? You now have that experience to lean on?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, a little bit different, but it's good. It's good experience.
You know, after that first fight, both you and your trainer, Mark Ramsey, said you can do a lot better the next time around. What can you do better?
Everything. Everything. I will try to do everything better.
Are you expecting a different version of Dmitry Bivol?
Maybe. Maybe, we'll see.
You got off to a little bit of a slow start in that fight. You've gotten off to slow starts at different times during your career. Is it important to you in this fight to get off to a faster start?
You know, we'll see. Like, we never know how it's going.
Good luck on Saturday, Artur.
Thank you.
That's why Chris Mannix is the best in the business, because I mean, you got to think in your toes when you're interviewing Artur Beterbiev, because he doesn't give you much, but what he does give you is a fighter that comes to take your head off, and he's going to try and do that to Dmitry Bivol on Saturday. Saturday coming your way. Remember, buy it now at DAZN.com. Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol 2 for all the marbles at 175 pounds. Only one place to watch it, and that is the home of boxing, DAZN.
Undisputed global home of boxing is on DAZN, where the greatest fighters in the world and the best promoters in the game come together.
We got a fight tomorrow, man!
For boxing in 2025, that means more.
What does the future look like?
More fights, more knockouts, more shocks, more shake-ups.
The fight itself was just phenomenal.
With big fights every month and over 150 a year, imagine what matchups could happen next. There will be more contenders at all the weights, for all the belts, from rising stars to superstars.
Are you not entertained?
At venues all over the planet, with unbeatable broadcast talent.
Hello, people.
Good to have you with us this evening.
Experts, analysis, champions, legends.
It's that first punch that lands, dictates who's gonna win.
Nobody brings you closer to the action, anywhere, on any device.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Because if the fight is on, it's on DAZN, the global home of boxing.
There you go, day 2 wrapped. We've seen all the fighters. Some of them have joined us in the studio as well. It's good to see Hamza Shiraz, obviously big opportunity for him. Great to see Dmitry Bivol, looks fantastic. What did you make of what we just saw?
I'm just so excited. You see me smiling on camera there. I'm just ready to go now. And by the looks of all the fighters there, so are they. You know, we said it's a formality, but I see a real buzz. I see a real aura. I see the sense of fighters that feel very honoured to be in the ring there and be a part of this event. And I've no doubt that all of these fights are going to catch fire at some point.
We didn't see many fighters throw hands there. I mean, not many hit the pads, but one that we did see was Joseph Parker. And he looked really sharp, and he looked light on his feet as well.
There's a man, I think he believes his destiny is to be a 2-weight world champion. I mean, he's so comfortable and happy in himself. And I think that's why he did the workout. He's happy to please people. I just think he thinks that, you know, he got it all in him to win it. You know, he's a boxer on form. And what I did notice about every fighter we've spoken to today, it's fight week. And everyone except for the heavyweights have to make weight. And they all looked healthy.
Yeah.
And that's very unusual.
Yeah, great shout indeed. What a fight card is coming your way on Saturday. Let's remind you of what we got coming your way. Not that you need reminding, because you know what's coming your way. Zayed Al-Mayouth versus Jonantas de Oliveira. Mohamed Alakal will take on Hengel Gomez. Joshua Buatsi will take on Callum Smith. Jili Zhang, Agit Kabiel. Titles on the line, by the way, and both of those fights. And then we get to the real stuff. Virgil Ortiz Jr. versus Israel Madrimov. A lot of people thinking that could be fight of the night. It could be this one. Carlos Adames versus Hamza Shearer. Shakur Stevenson will take on Josh Padley. On his way here right now is Josh Padley. Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker. And then Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol 2 for the undisputed light heavyweight championships of the world. Hey? I mean, what are we doing here? We're giving you too much, man. We're giving you too much.
I said it the other day, it's an overdose. It really is. I mean, it's like Christmas. It's just unbelievable.
I'm gonna ask you this tomorrow. I'm gonna ask you this on the way in. I'll probably ask you this on Saturday before the fighters make their walk. Fight of the night. Which one do you think will deliver us fight of the night?
Well, I'm going chief support. I think
support?
the two heavyweights, there's so much on the line. Two fighters that truly believe in themselves, and I think this is going to they're going to lock horns straight away, and it's going to be bombs away.
You could close your eyes, put your hand in a hat, pick out a fight, and I think anyone could beat the fight of the night. But I'm going to go with the Damas versus Shiraz. I think there's going to be drama, there's going to be tops and tails, there's going to be adversity in that fight for both. And I think Shiraz might just come out the winner.
All right, 2 days down, 2 more to go, and then it's Saturday, and it's going to be special. Make sure you go to DAZN.com/boxing to purchase this event. We'll see you tomorrow for the press conference. That's going to be interesting. Friday weigh-in, Saturday. Well, it's the greatest card ever. See you tomorrow.
The fight card of the century, live on DAZN, February 22nd. Dubois versus Parker, defend on the throne for the world heavyweight crown. Beterbiev versus Bivol 2 for the undisputed light heavyweight championship. The fight card of the century, February 22nd, with belts on the line all night. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by that prize guy.
You're applying to be an expendable?
Yeah. Wow! Every time I died, they just printed me out again. The ship was filled with mostly bozos, and everyone asked, what's it feel like to die? They made me work one mission after another.
Our survival is in the balance.
This is a fight to the death. I got a job to do.
Mickey 17 in cinemas March 7.
Hello, darlings. Aunt Helga. Futuristic scooters, old school website. Relax, web upgrades, I own them. Better design, e-commerce, and smart AI. Now you're fit for the future. I scoot off now. Your digital partner, Ionos.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by that prize guy.